Hey, quarterbacks, are you making these mistakes? As you watch college and pro football this weekend, see if you can spot some of these. I'm going to tell you what they are and how to correct them coming up right now. Hey, everybody, welcome to Elite Athletes TV. I'm Mike Pulaski, former 11-year pro quarterback and quarterbacks coach here at EliteAthletesTV.com. I played quarterback for 5 years in college with a red shirt, for 11 seasons as a professional, and 2 years in high school. And I can tell you, I made plenty of mistakes. Anybody who plays the position makes mistakes, and there's some common ones for the position. I'm going to talk about them here today coming up. But first, if you love football content, if you love X's and O's, if you love learning about the game, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. That way you get notified every time we have new content coming out. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready to learn about the quarterback position, how you can improve and get rid of some of the common mistakes at the position, and leave me a comment down below. Love to hear from you. Any questions you have about the position of quarterback, the game of football, X's and O's, I'm happy to answer them. And finally, please share this video out. We're trying to help as many young athletes as we can to improve at their game, to get better, improve their football skills, their quarterback training, their football knowledge, and the more people we share this with, the more we can affect lives in a positive way, and that's our goal here at EliteAthletesTV.com. Now, let's talk about the common mistakes that quarterbacks make. One that every quarterback has made during their life is what I call panic passing. The game of football happens really quickly. When you're a quarterback in the pocket and you've got guys rushing at you, you're trying to drop back, you're trying to look downfield, you're trying to read or go through a progression, it seems like that game is going really, really fast. As a result, oftentimes we feel really hurried. We feel, I won't call it panic, but you feel stress. You feel kind of anxiety in the pocket that you're trying to get rid of that football, trying to make something happen. And it could be I don't want to get hit, and it could be I'm trying to push, trying to force something to make it happen. That causes panic passing. The classic example of the panic pass, in my opinion, is Jameis Winston when he was at Florida State in the Rose Bowl versus Oregon, and he's running away and he throws the ball back over his shoulder. Now, that is a panic pass, and that is the ultimate example of it. Really closing down around you. It's feeling too much pressure, too much stress, and reacting inappropriately to that stress. As a quarterback in the pocket, I had a quarterback coach try to describe it to me once as trying to read a book while performing an intricate physical task, standing in the middle of the freeway with cars zooming all around you. And it is somewhat like that. You got stuff going on all around you. You're trying to process mentally while you're trying to process physically and trying to make things happen. What you have to do is learn to slow the game down. It's what I call the matrix moment, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But first, let's talk about the second mistake that quarterbacks make all the time, and that is predetermining your read, predetermining what you're going to see on defense. This is the same step as that panic passing. You're feeling stress, you're feeling anxiety, and you have decided before the snap of the ball that I'm going to get the go route or the seam route or the deep over, whatever it is. But you've made the decision that it's already going to happen. And so rather than processing the play as it happens, being open to the inputs that are right in front of you, you drop back, you hit your third or fifth or seventh step, you come off your play action fake, and you just reach back and rock it. Well, if we are not processing the information in front of us and we are locked in, predetermined to what we are going to throw, oftentimes that'll get us in trouble. At best, an incomplete pass. At worst, an interception, turn the ball over going the opposite way. And so now we get back to that matrix moment. When I was in college at Cal as a freshman, I came from a wing T system, and trying to learn the college offense, trying to learn the college system, playing with Pac-10 receivers back then, super fast, best of the best athletes. The game seemed really, really fast to me. Well, I had an injury in my redshirt freshman year, and I was unable to be on the field. My coach, Terry Shea, who was a fantastic mentor and a great man, superb man, brought me up in the box to watch the game. While I was in the box for that game, we played Kansas. While I was in the box for that game, I saw that the game of football was happening at the same speed that I see it on film. And that's the key for young quarterbacks. You need to realize that the game is only happening as fast as it's actually happening. What we tend to do as we get stressed, as we get anxious, we tend to speed the game up in our minds and feel like we have to do things quicker than we have to do. I use a couple terms with my quarterbacks that I coach. One is smooth is fast, so you want to be smooth in the pocket. You don't want to be herky-jerky. You don't want to feel like there's so much pressure on you. And the other one is be quick, but don't hurry. As we get stressed, as we get panicked back there in the pocket, we start to hurry. And once you hurry, your focus narrows down, your decision-making narrows down, and it makes it really tough to be efficient as a passer. What you need to do is find a way to find your matrix moment. Slow the game down. You can see this in the NFL on Sundays where quarterbacks are hurried. They're panicking. They've had hundreds to thousands of reps. You can see it in college football all the time. The younger quarterbacks, I see panic passing every single Saturday in the fall because guys get back there and they start to panic. They start to freak out. Things are happening and they panic. Either they tuck the ball, they try to run it when they have time in the pocket. They miss receivers because they're trying to hurry too fast. Or they throw balls into coverage, which they shouldn't because they are not reading at game speed. You need to get your mentality to the level of game speed. Find that matrix moment, slow the game down, believe in your reads, and understand that the game isn't happening quite as fast as you think it is. I had a mantra when I played, and towards the end of my career, I always told myself walking on the field, it's just football. Right? It's the same thing I do every day at practice. It's just football. And that mantra helped me get myself in the right mind space to play the game at game speed. Now, what else helps you on that front? Study, right? Just being an athlete alone isn't good enough. You need to study. You need to understand what defenses are going to do to you. You need to understand what you're trying to do on the offense. So if you're running some kind of vertical stretch, know what that means. Know what you're looking at. Know what it works against every coverage. If you're running a horizontal stretch, same thing. You're running too vertical down the middle of the field, and you've got cover three. What's my read? Middle field closed. I'm working off that safety, and now I can process at speed. If you know what you're supposed to do, if you know what your assignment is, if you know who your key is, then you can slow the game down and just process what's happening in front of you. Finally, the last mistake that quarterbacks make all the time, and some of it's on them, some of it's not, is they don't work to get their mechanics as sound as possible. I just said it. Being a great athlete is not enough for the quarterback position. Does it help? Yeah, it helps to be a great athlete. But mechanically, you need to perfect your craft. If you really want to excel at the game, if you really want to be a great quarterback, you need to perfect the craft of playing quarterback, which means working on mechanics. And to that end, I'm super pumped because we have a new program coming out in a week. You're going to see it that will help you develop perfect passing mechanics as a quarterback. It'll improve your game. It'll make you more confident. It'll make you more accurate. It'll improve your arm strength. It'll get you right in the position so that you can have the confidence, so that you can have that matrix moment. Slow the game down because you know your physical skills are up to speed. On top of that, having proper mechanics makes you more efficient in terms of your release. It doesn't take as long to get the ball out, which means you can take a little longer in deciphering what you're seeing in your reads because now your passing mechanics, your release is efficient. And an efficient release, along with good intellectual skills in terms of what you're doing, is the way that you master the position of playing quarterback. So, to go back over the list, don't panic pass. The game's not happening nearly as fast as you feel like it is. Don't lock in. Once you lock in, you predetermine, you're not a quarterback anymore. You're just a thrower of the football. Play the position. Decipher what you're seeing. Make your reads, whether you're in a read and key type of offense or whether you're in a pure progression type of offense. Make your reads. Go through them at game speed. And 3, you can control this. Fix your mechanics. I can help you with our program that we have coming up. But become the most mechanically sound quarterback that you can become so that you're efficient in the pocket when you do make your reads. When you do take what the defense is giving you, you can execute to perfection. So just some of the mistakes quarterbacks make. Have an idea in terms of what's happening for you as a passer, and it will help you improve your game as a quarterback and improve your quarterback training. If you like what I did here today, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. That way you get notified every time we have new content coming out. Give me a thumbs up if you understand how to play the position of quarterback and have that matrix moment, because that's really important for young quarterbacks. And leave me a comment down below. Love to hear your thoughts about the position of quarterback, about how you're playing the game, any questions you have about the position. I'm happy to answer them. And finally, please share this video out. Family, teammates, friends, fans, anybody who digs football content will love what we're doing here at EliteAthletesTV.com. Appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Just wanted to give you a little quarterback training, improve your football IQ, improve your football skills, and hopefully make you a better player.